Welcome to Inside the Firm, a podcast dedicated to small business owners and hosted by entrepreneurs, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko. Each week, they take you on their journey of how to start, run, and grow a business by bringing you inside their architecture and real estate development firm. Get a behind-the-scenes tour of how these business leaders manage their clients and foster company culture while creating new and innovative projects. And now your hosts, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Gore.
Hey,
Here he is.
This guy.
He has, I was going to ask him, Al, if you were going to go look for maybe a door, maybe a window, maybe some kind of component that goes into a building, where would you go? What would you do?
I'm an architect, and I make models, but I want them to be clean, efficient, and fit well in my whole scheme. I would go to BIM Smith Market.
Wow.
Because they have a really unique take on BIM library, because it focuses on helping the user perform product research. So BIM Market, this is on BIM Smith, pulls all kinds of data from each product onto the site, letting you filter by UL rating, fire rating, master spec, CSI master format, any other criteria you might need for your project. It's sort of like Amazon for Revit, but it's totally different.
Because it's totally free.
Because it's free.
Totally free.
But it's like Prime, but it's instant too.
It's like instant Amazon/BIM for your models.
If we lived in just a computer world,
Yeah.
like the Matrix,
Maybe it's Tron.
I would go to BIM Smith, try their market, because I would just get everything for free.
Yeah.
Because they represented the real world in the
Correct.
digital world.
Yeah.
And then put information to it.
Yeah. If you're listening, what are you waiting for? Go to
Yeah.
bimsmith.com.
And they think, okay, some people might think, oh, this is free. You know, it might be junk. No. The manufacturers pay these guys to do it.
Correct.
So they're making good stuff.
Yep.
They're getting paid that way.
Yep.
The manufacturers want you to use it. And if you're using good material, like if you're using Anderson windows and it's in there, then use it. If you're using the floors, like use the real stuff, people.
We do.
All the time.
Works well for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it happen. I got a shout out, Al.
Do it. You better shout this then.
We got
shout it, Lance.
So here's one interesting thing. I don't know. Your name, by the way, in the email now shows up as learning.
Me?
Yeah. Which is weird because I don't get it. Look right here. See where it says learning? If I hover over that.
Okay.
AKG. So we got an email. This was an awesome email. I love fan emails. I love listener emails. Please email us. Please tweet at us. We will talk. We will talk to you. We will even give you a shout out.
Yep.
Look, I'm going to give right now. I'm going to give a shout out to Anton, who emailed us, and he said, "Hey, Alex and Lance, I was about to ask you who made your beats, but then I found your episode 28 giving a shout out to Rob B. Beats.
Beats.
I love that guy. He's actually in Colorado Springs, so he's a local artist that we hired to do the intro and outro to our podcast. I found him on SoundCloud, and I wanted to say thanks. It's all dope, just like your intro, outro, and I'm drafting 10% faster because of that. Do you hear that?
10%.
Do you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You just clickety, clack, clack, clack. And then he said, hey, here's a link if you haven't heard more, which we have.
Yep.
We love Rob B. Beats. If you go to soundcloud.com/Rob B. Beats, BEATZ, check him out.
Spell it all. Because there's two Rob B.
Yeah. So soundcloud.com/ROB-BEATZ. I bet your team
faster.
Yeah, 10% faster. Then literally he goes, I bet your team can crank out more, better, sooner if you bump it out in your office. By the way, in my opinion, your beat is the best with the melodic minor thing going on with a little Death Row Records influence in there. See what I'm saying? Gangster Friday.
Gangster Rap Friday.
We're inside the firm.
I'm going to have them put that on once we get back. Robbie Beats. We're just going to listen to it for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, maybe Mark will rap for us. He's a rapper.
Yeah. So we have a little outline. I'm interrupting because I'm interrupting Al, the outline. So the guys they always say who's like that. Each one is convinced they're better than the other ones.
We've been interviewing people. Now I'm interrupting Lance. We've been interviewing people. We had 2 interviews this last week because we're potentially going to hire somebody. And one of these questions that Al was asking in the interviews, which is great, is, do you believe, was it like a competitive versus? Oh, when you think of an architecture firm, do you
feel your colleagues are competitive or cooperative?
Are cooperative, yeah. And it's been interesting to hear the candidates, but that's what it reminds me of because like. We are very cooperative, but there's this beautiful underlying, like, oh, we're better. Like I'm better than you, or like me, Lance and Gresh have the better house or something like that versus Al and his team. You know?
Yeah, they probably get it from us because they know Al's better than Lance, but they see Lance trying to be better than Al.
Yeah. It all depends on who they think makes the call on the raises, I guess.
So they want to do Revit Olympics.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do it. I go, well, you guys got to make a project folder because then if I see a project folder, then it has to happen.
It happens. That's literally how it works. Yeah.
Right? So they came up with the ideas. Have you seen their ideas?
I have heard of them, but I glanced. That's all. It's
okay.
Only a glance.
So I'll make 2, you'll make 2, we'll make, whatever. And then, for the last 2 hours on Friday, we'll get it going. So I haven't read through all these, and you let me know if you think any of them are a good idea or any of them like you want to claim, I'll make that. So the first one, model fix. A model is botched. So I guess we'd mess up a model. The sheets and model are given to the contestants who must correct them. So take like a window, a chair, whatever, destroy it, and then give them like, okay, this is what it should look like. Okay, see who can do it the fastest. Not bad. Okay, fill in the blank. A model is provided with a missing element. Example, a roof framing plan, which must be complete. Okay. Custom title block. Judge for aesthetics. Interesting. Complicated stairs. Put together some tough stairs. That's hard. Foundation plan. Family challenge. Produce a flexible family. Dude, have they made remember we made a bench that flexed and put in an array?
Yeah.
Have they taken that?
I don't think so.
Like, I'd love to do that one.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking we would just describe the box to them. Like, what if we just did one where... So, just so everybody knows, what we're talking about is, like, with these tutorials... We already have these tutorials kind of made up, right? Because we teach at CU, and then also Al has a Revit Rocket Chip, but there's even more there, right?
So go to Revit Rocket Chip and buy it, and you'll be awesome, and you might win Revit Olympics.
You could. We'll get you... You know what you'll get? A free PDF of the creativity code if you win the Revit Olympics.
Yeah.
Just making that up. No, but what it is like I feel like on the fly we could say like, oh, we could like in a tricky way describe what they need to make, like the box, right?
Yep.
And
sure.
And they have to do it in record time.
Yeah, but make it not the box. Like think in your head, like okay, how do you do the box? But make it like a circle with something else.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, a torrid, a donut. Okay, site setup. So setbacks, lot assignments. I'm doing that one because you're gonna love the wrinkle I throw into it.
Oh,
I won't tell you later. So Al's gonna do that one. Okay. You just want to do the family challenge then? Can I put you down? You'll make up the family challenge?
I'll make up the family challenge.
Okay. 10 section polls. Polls 10 sections on a project and fill them out. You know what I thought about too? I don't want to do that one. But have a project that's a real project that we need like a real roof plan on. And then just give it so you just do it work.
Tricking them.
Cabin redraft complete. Some of them say that they complete it in under half a day. They're like, no problem. Do the whole thing.
Fake news.
I know. I almost want to challenge them on that.
If only we had something scalable to the point where they could... It was the size of the cabin redraft, but they could do it in like less than an hour.
Well, you know what you could do is...
Maybe you could just see how far you can get.
Exactly.
But you have to maybe the metric is like you'll be judged on how you finish each sheet. But you have to complete a sheet before you can move on to the next one.
Right. Because then you could literally judge how far they got, right? But the two things is, one, Lance, you have to say start on sheet 2 because that's the floor plans. And you can't get some of the schedules till you do the floor plan. So start on sheet 2, that's where we'll be grading. But what if they have errors? What if they have like sheet 2 all filled out and everyone else got like 2/3 there, but one had a bunch of errors?
Okay. We'll have to think about that. But I like it. I still think
I'll circle that one. That's not.
But just have them do it for 1 hour. That's it.
Oh, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay,
30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Generic model from site. This is what you could do, Lance. Generic model a group. Yeah, from site. So maybe you just. Maybe you bring in an object, right? Mm-hmm. And they have to even like, so they could all make it, but then they'd have to guess the like who's closest to the dimensions.
And they just look at it from afar, huh?
No, they can. You can put it here, like on a pedestal. That's it. Like maybe it's the phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's just the quickest.
All right.
I don't mind that one too. DWG to Revit, bringing in a civil file.
Ew.
General Steel type speedy floor plan.
Oh, I love that one. So if everybody doesn't know, we do a lot of drafting for like the General Steel guys. They're the people that do just like prefabricated metal buildings. We do so many floor plans, and a lot of them are churches, and you just gotta. These guys have to we have a very low budget for each one, so they have to just fly through these. That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
we'll make it completely unrealistic too. What they want to do,
huh?
Space program wise,
Yeah. So I feel like we have at least 4, and that's probably what we should limit it to.
Well, I like so if I had to recap, I think a family challenge makes sense, right?
Yep.
I think the cabin redraft, half hour or less, see how far you get.
Yep.
And then I like the speed floor plan.
Okay, so how about you do family and you set up the speed floor plan? I'll figure out the cabin and the site.
Okay.
So this is Lance. And
when are we doing this? Next Friday?
No. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sometime, yeah.
Yeah,
sometime.
not too far off, but
Yeah.
Okay.
What does the winner get? Have we decided that?
The cup.
Oh, they get the trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
We have a trophy. What is the trophy for right now? It's for
for
Christmas.
The Christmas that I destroyed everyone.
Fantastic. And then we'll have to. This will be like the spring challenge.
And we'll put a bottle of booze in it.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Everybody? No one heard that. No one's listening.
Everybody's over 21 in the firm, just so you know.
Yeah.
So we'll have a spring challenge. This will be the spring challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, each season we have a challenge.
Exactly.
Now.
Yep.
Because we will have a summer one.
We will have a summer one. We haven't figured that out yet. The fall one. Fall one, I still want to do we should have a flag football game or something like that.
Okay. That's just as good or better than my thought.
Literally the best idea you've ever heard.
We normally go to one game. We'll do it cornhole. We can do a cornhole challenge.
Something
we can
like
do
that. Something football related. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Coolio.
Work at F9, people. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? You make fun. If you run a firm, fun stuff. Got to have fun stuff. Can't just be all hard work.
Yeah.
No play, right?
Yep.
But when you do have to do hard work, I have a question for you. I want to read you something, okay?
Okay.
So there's an engineer that I won't name, but he's a very good engineer, and we've worked with them before on different projects. They're interesting. They do a great job engineering, but they're also, I feel like they use technology maybe better than any engineers as far as that I've worked with so far through all the disciplines on how they go after sales. Number one big thing is that they're licensed in 48 states, literally the lower 48, right? So all the contiguous states. So they have this huge network of projects all over the place, which I think helps them keep them diverse.
Yep.
But the other thing they do is they do automated follow-ups to proposals. So I want to read you this, okay?
Ooh.
See what you think about this.
I'm already intrigued.
So, hello, Land Cayko. Blah, blah, blah engineering would like to take a moment and thank you for your recent request for a proposal. We would be pleased to have you as one of our clients and to become your preferred engineer. You will find that our engineers are best in the industry and are dedicated to guiding our clients' projects from beginning to completion in an honest, economical, and efficient manner. Our goal is to balance our clients' preferences with the available technology to meet their budget and scheduling needs. Just a reminder that the terms and pricing for the proposal we had sent you for X amount is still good for several weeks for the structural design of your insert project name. However, we have not received any response from you as yet. Then this sentence is in quotes. Quote, I understand you may need to look competitively around, but if the cost wasn't an issue, what would it take for you to sign with us right now? Our commitment to you, Lance. We will provide the highest quality of design services at the very best price available. Our clients are extremely satisfied with the quality of our work, and we have received extremely positive feedback. We wish to do business with you and would appreciate it if you would let us know as soon as possible if we fit into your plans. Or if we don't fit into your plans for this project, how we can improve to gain your business. Thank you, Engineer X.
I give 120% out of a grade of 100%. That's what I would give that.
What do you think about that? I don't know what software they're using for this. I don't know how they're doing the automated stuff. Did
you ask him? Is this automated?
I'm going to ask him after this one. Yes, yes. So what's funny is
so I think you can do that with Yesware.
maybe you can do it with Yes Sir. Again, we got to get them as a sponsor on this podcast. I just know they'd be good.
You know what? Has Google started doing this to you? It will pop up old emails to the top of my list and said, "Oh,
you haven't responded in 4 or 5 days or whatever." Yeah, it does that. Google's in my brain.
Dude, I almost want the Google phone. When was the last time you got a phone? When was the last time I got a new phone?
You should switch to Android and tell me if you think it's better.
That's a good idea.
Because we both have iPhones.
Because then if it's worse, you're like, ha.
Yeah. Well, I remember I had to replace I have an iPhone 8, and I replaced it like 4 weeks ago because mine just took a crap.
Is this? Do we not have the same phone? Isn't that what this is?
We have the exact same phone, but yours has lasted longer because you're less hard on everything.
I'm soft and nice and
gentle.
fluffy.
Yeah, you're nicer on everything except for interrupting.
Yeah, but I gotta have a downfall. What am I gonna be perfect? Come on.
But so back to this though. What do you think about doing something like that? Maybe you just try it out with I don't know.
What's the downside? I mean, there's so many. I've been following up with this one person, and my emails are like 2 sentences long. I like that.
Well, the only thing I am going to ask this. I'll back up a little bit. This particular engineer had already sent out some automated emails, and this one doesn't seem as automated. I know it's automated because I'm working with the person, right? The one that I got that I knew for a fact without even asking them, I literally asked them, I was like, what's going on with this? Like, I will tell you. I kind of told them in a very polite way. As soon as we get the project or we don't, I will tell you.
Oh, yeah. Because sometimes we're waiting on the client.
Yeah. But this would be us directly to the client, which I think is a different state, right? I mean, he's still coming to us as the client. Anyway, my only critique about this is when they said, just a reminder. Remember where we talked about don't do just checking in. Yeah. What I would change that to is this is a reminder. Just state it. This is a reminder.
Yeah, it's sort of the same thing. There could be a better way to say it. I know where when
as
we were
a
talking,
reminder.
You're still saying that the lesson that we talked about 3, 4, 5 podcasts ago was, don't send them just a reminder. Somehow give them value.
You are still saying it. Yeah, you're trying to light a fire a little bit, trying to get people.
But they did that because they said, you're telling them again, you have top-notch services, you're helping out, providing value. So I dig everything that's going on there.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we'll try it. We're going to try it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you forward that to me, please?
Fine. Maybe I will.
Good. I'm very happy that you will.
Maybe I'll do it right now. All right. Next thing I wanted to talk about, Al.
Yep.
This is something I think that is unique to Colorado, but I think it's going to spread. Because that's just you look at the national polls and here's where we're at. Okay.
Yep.
Cannabis clients.
Yes.
We have done a variety of different cannabis related architecture projects.
Yep.
From dispensaries to grow operations to even one of the most recent ones, which I'm actually very, very proud of, is the Social Consumption Club. It's the first one in the United States, and that's why I'm so proud of it, because I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's very pioneer kind of work.
Yep.
And the last one is some of these are really starting to take off, and these ones will probably be more and more and more frequent, especially because at the federal level, hemp is now legal. You can grow it, and it's not on Schedule 1 crap anymore, right?
Yep. Can you grow it out in the fields, or do you have to do it?
Fields.
Okay.
Yep. My buddy's a big farmer down in southern Colorado. He's got a bunch of hemp. Is CBD extraction facilities. So we have over the past 4, 5, 6 months, I have gotten a ton of inquiries about these. We haven't landed one yet because they always end up like they don't have to hire an architect for some reason, right? Like they're only having to do we only need the engineer. Well, in this one, they only need the mechanical, electrical, plumbing engineer. On this one, though, there's firewalls involved. There's a big life safety thing and stuff like that. So I want to talk about just zooming out about cannabis clients, okay? And because there's different versions, like you're trying to relate to the personality, right? I'm trying to be politically correct here. Is if you're doing it, if you're going after and you're going to do a grow operation, understand that person who comes to you and like they're gonna if they're growing actual marijuana, that person is like they live and breathe this whole thing, right?
Right.
And they do everything very organically. So that, to me, the biggest hurdle about trying to convince and get the trust of these, of like somebody who's going to do a grow operation or even a dispensary, is like they're kind of paranoid, and you got to convince them that you're going to take care of them, you're going to do the right thing, and there's just this skittish thing to get over. Do you have any?
Do you think it's because they, before this was legal, they were underground?
Exactly.
And you are an authority.
You are an authority. You're
to
a
them, not in real.
You're a gatekeeper.
Yep. And your rules and regulations and all that, you're the man.
Yeah. You, and I don't like to be the man.
No, Lance.
I like to be the boss, but not the man.
Yeah.
So there's that psychological factor that comes into it, but then there's also, I even think many architects that I've spoken to in Colorado too, they have that feeling too of like, are we doing something illegal? Like, not really. I mean, you're not. You're providing a service for a building. You're not the one growing or selling or doing any of this stuff.
No. Would this be the sort of approach to maybe shift their mind? And I don't know how you say this or bring this up, but essentially is like, okay, and they might be doing stuff above ground. So I don't know if this is the right way, but you're going from underground to above ground. And what we will help do is legitimize you. You know, like it's almost like we're actually helping you, acting as a shield, saying, yes, this is in the right area. You know, some inspector will be like, no,
exactly.
No. You know, we are your protectors. Like, no, they got clearances. They got this is all right. You know, they can do this. There's nothing wrong with this. You know? So maybe that's the sort of switching it where you're. I
think that's the kind of confidence they're looking for when they go to hire you. And the encouraging thing I would say for all any architects in any other states where this is an emerging industry that's coming out, especially every time we hit an election cycle, this is just the reality. Like this is where we're at in America, is we are decriminalizing this thing that should be decriminalized. Yeah. So it's lucrative. I'm telling you, it's lucrative. There's real money behind this, and it's sort of like they called it here like the green gold rush. When we, it's like the green rush, and that's been a big reason why our population has went through the roof in Colorado. Why so many people are moving in, because there's people like freedom, right? So we're more free here.
I wanted to just voice in an eagle sounding.
I should do that. I should market and do that. So know that there's those two, right? There's the dispensaries where they're really literally selling the stuff, and it's kind of like a fun little tenant finish. That's all you're doing. You're like, there's a waiting room that you're going to have to design for, because they have to put people in this waiting room and check them in, and then there's a room in the back where they store stuff, right? And then there's a sales counter.
But it's bathrooms.
And the bathrooms, yeah. So it is like the perfect little tenant finish. If you can get in with that industry and do them, trust me, you will be making excellent money doing that. And they're good clients, and they all of them want to franchise. So like if you're an emerging state, they all have like down here they have this really fun. I love their sign is Starbuds. It's like Starbucks.
Yeah.
But they have franchise all over the place. And then the next one that you'll see like way out is the social consumption clubs. That client in particular was like, they actually did not use the product whatsoever. They were insanely professional people. Mm-hmm. Engineers, they've been practicing professionals for their whole lives. And they took a leap on this and said, like, we're going to go out and do it better. That's exactly, and what Alex was talking about is the confidence. That's exactly what they wanted from us, is because you like, it's a new area where there's all these different kinds of laws they have to comply with.
And someone that doesn't want you to be doing it could look for any reason to shut you down.
Yes. So when they're hiring you, they really want to be assured that, like, you're drawing things to code. There's no big screw-ups that are going to happen where they have to move walls around, or like any kind of excuse the government, is going to give to not give them their license, because this is all emerging, right? And I think the state even wants to only give people that they feel confident in the right, the license, right? Because like this is all an experiment. Yeah, we're trying to get the right pieces in place.
Yeah, very cool.
So if you're interested in the one we did, it's called Denver Vape and Play. Check that out. You just Google it. It's super cool. Best clients, and these clients also, because Vegas does social clubs now. they want to move to Vegas and they want to franchise there. So they want to open up a couple more ones in Denver and a couple more in Vegas.
Yep.
And I'm excited to hopefully be their architect down there. We franchise out to Vegas.
So I don't know how many states are switching over. I still feel like I hear that there's so many states that have it, a lot of medical, but I still feel like it's not like Colorado where you
It's
can
not.
just go to a store and you can just get it.
You can just get it. Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying.
Washington's not like that now, are they? Is it like that?
Washington State is, yeah.
Yeah, but you could literally just at a store, just like Colorado if you flew there. Okay.
Yep.
Any other ones?
California.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they taxed it too high, and now there's a black market still.
Oh.
Like they screwed it up by
Okay.
Anyways,
if there was a new state, and if you're in that new state, like, and if you wanted new business, because we've talked about, we've known firms that they do all the Costcos, right?
Yeah.
And that might not be appealing to some people, but it's steady, nice work for other people. I would almost recommend is if that happens in your state, you go to these people and you say, hey, there's going to be all these rules about cameras, all this other stuff. We're just getting into it, but we want to be that protector, and we want to know all those rules like the back of our hand. And I know that we're just starting that, but if you grow with us, literally grow with us. Right?
Literally grow with us.
Hey, wink, give them like a wink, wink. No, we can be those people. And then, like, that could be your industry. So whoever the next Starbuds is or whoever, all these things is like, oh, yeah, you're just the firm that handles all that.
That does that. Yeah. And
that has to be all your work.
It's beautiful bread and butter work, I'm telling you. So don't be afraid of it. The one that's most exciting, though, I think for everybody, that should be for everybody, because it's literally is the CBD stuff. So CBD, there's two cannabinoids, right? There's the THC and the CBD. The CBD is the one that's psychoreactive, right? It's the one where like grandma can rub this stuff on her and it literally saves her life. And my wife takes CBD oil and she does not have to go to the chiropractor anymore. I'm telling you, it is a lifesaver. We actually give it to our little dog. He quit having seizures. Amazing stuff, Pip.
Ah, Pipster.
Yeah. So
that's my favorite.
So CBD is really
Except
cool.
He still barks at me.
And it comes. I know he barks at everybody. It comes from hemp, right? I just interviewed for a huge facility here. That one tip I would give for everybody though is that they should know that there's a couple different ways that you need to know this for life safety because like. For us, this would be our biggest industrial project we've ever done. I don't even think I told you about it. No, they want to have an insane amount of ethanol on site. So they extract the CBD chemical from the hemp plant, either with CO2 or ethanol, right? Ethanol is much more efficient, and they can control everything a lot better, and they get more of the CBD out like per unit or whatever, right?
Okay.
So it was me and the engineer in this meeting yesterday. And with the client, and but at the end of the meeting, we finished it all, whatever, and you also are going to need to team up with some mechanical engineer who has done some kind of processing stuff, or like maybe they just did soybean, like they did like a couple of factories for soybean processing, or some other kind of essential oils processing, because it's the same process. You have a milling area, you're literally taking a raw agricultural product. So somebody who has that background, because their price is probably actually going to be, and their workload is going to be more than yours.
Right.
You're there for the firewall stuff or the life safety stuff.
Clearances,
all that stuff. The bathrooms, everything. And then like even if there's, shipping, whatever. We got done with the meeting and Darren goes to me, he goes, they have so much ethanol. I really think we need a life safety consultant on this project. And I go, I think that's a great idea.
Yep.
So you got to, in addition, when you're doing any of this stuff, this extraction crap, make sure, I think you if it was me, we're going to get a life safety consultant, because they're going to double check. This term came up. Do we have blast walls? I'm like, blast walls?
Yeah.
Blast pads? I've never designed anything like that.
Yeah.
Where you're dealing with all these high volatile chemicals.
Close are you to closing this client? Is this
a couple weeks away?
But you're pretty confident?
Pretty confident. It'll be one of the biggest extraction facilities probably in the United States.
Are you going to have our chemical engineer that we hired on some of the drafting duty?
Oh, I should. He would like that. Yeah. He knows all the processes and how that works and everything like that. Hey, maybe we'll catch something. But so that's...
Or just know what the chemicals are.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe tell us about it, and maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll catch something that'll be really good. But the CBD one, I think no matter what, it's actually technically legal in your state federally. So now, so you you're gonna. I think more architects are gonna see these kind of these projects come through. You can grow hemp anywhere. It's like the most resilient plant.
So every state can make this literally medicine pain reliever that has no
psychoactive, doesn't make you crazy.
Yeah, could be
or whatever. So watch out for that stuff. I'm telling you guys, CBD extraction facilities. If they're on your radar, you could make a boatload. You could make really good cash if you are a starting out firm or seasoned or whatever.
Cool. I don't think this next one is anything unless this is you.
What is me?
Inside the firm?
That is not me.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think I think inside the firm is where you're going next, right?
No. What?
Bringing the guys in
for A.R.E. Jeopardy.
All right.
All right, here we go. Number 1, IBC 1003.2. So this is going to sound very familiar to a previous question, but it's different. The means of egress shall have a ceiling height of not less than A, 7 foot 6 inches, B, 7 foot, C, 6 foot 8 inches, D, 8 foot. IBC. Okay. A, 7 foot 6 inches, B, 7 foot, C, 6 foot 8, D, 8 foot.
What do we got, Al?
Well, we got to wait for everyone.
Oh.
I don't want to say their answers while people... Okay, hold them up. So, B, B, A, B. The answer is A, 7 foot 6 inches.
Bam.
So, good thing you guys didn't say 6 foot 8. That was for stairs. But, bam. Okay, number 2. Door handles, pulls, latches, and locks. This is IBC. Shall be installed between these two dimensions above the finished floor. A, 30 inches to 36 inches. B, 32 to 34 inches. C, 34 to 40 inches. D, 34 to 48 inches. Do you know, Lance?
Door handles, pulls, latches, and locks should be installed between these two dimensions. I do.
Okay. Which ones? A, 30 to 36. And then B, 32 to 34. Okay, we have B, B, A, D. It is D, 34 to 48. Yeah.
Did anyone get that?
Mark Pedler.
Wow.
So we are tied 0-0-1-1. Lance.
001. Okay. Number 3. What is a structure with a curved surface that supports loads by tension, compression, and shear in the plan of its surface, but which is too thin to resist bending surfaces, known as A, shallow arch, B, thin shell, C, parabolic roof, D, thin domey boy. B-O-I. Mark's gonna guess a boy. Number 3. What is a structure with a curved surface that supports a load by tension, compression, and shear in the plane of its surface, but which is too thin to resist bending surfaces, known as A, shallow arch, B, thin shell, C, parabolic roof, D, thin domey boy, spelled B-O-I.
It's critical. All right, we have B, 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 B.
B.
Is that the answer?
B.
Whoa.
B is correct.
Look at that. Everyone's on the board.
Yeah. Number 4. What is a very lightweight volcanic rock known as that is used as an aggregate in lightweight concrete? A, pumice. B, obsidian. C, perlite. D, volcanic rock. Do we need to just the answers one more time? Just the answers? Okay. A, pumice. B, obsidian. C, perlite. D, volcanic rock. We have A, and A. All are incorrect.
Oh, man.
I got C.
Oh, Jackson somehow says he has C, which is correct. Do you believe that, Al?
Was that for real,
I
Jackson?
don't know.
Okay.
Scouts honor?
Scouts honor.
right.
Jackson wins. So, Jackson
2 in a
gets
row.
$1. You got...
I think I tied this one.
Nope.
Nope.
You got 3. Because so you got the first one right.
They're calling.
Wait. Time out.
You put the one for Jackson.
I got the last 2 right.
Oh, okay. That's right. Jackson's over there.
Another tie?
So 3-way tie.
3-way tie.
3-way tie. All right. That
So-
was on air, huh?
So we have to do a tiebreaker.
We all right. We'll be right back. Except we won't be right back because you won't even notice. And we're back.
Okay, we're gonna do. You need to nail this, right? So I'll keep going unless you guys.
No
get
screwing
right.
it. You got to nail it.
You got to nail it. So it's first one to lift up the correct answer. You only get 1 per question, and I'll move on. So you don't get to keep writing down numbers. So this is table 1004.1.2. Everyone have put your stuff on the table. Put your stuff on the table. And this is occupant load. So Lance, you got to pay attention here.
Yep.
What is the occupant load factor? So this is going to be your, I won't do business, which is 100, right? But no, like that's what we're looking for. For accessory storage areas, mechanical equipment room.
Say
Nope.
it again.
Nope.
Nope. Something. Nope.
Nope. And nope. It was 300. You guys were at 15, 5, 10, whatever.
Okay, I got
All
a
right.
question.
Okay.
Ready? What is the maximum? What is the maximum square footage for an apartment, for a bathroom in an apartment?
There's a max?
Before there has to be a sprinkler head in the bathroom. So what is the maximum square footage?
Is it that? Yeah, didn't you do that last week?
No.
So
We
it's
didn't.
neither of those two.
Nope. It's neither of those two. Maximum. Whoever gets the Ross is correct.
We did. What?
Oh no! You're not on the tiebreaker.
No, it's 55.
All right. Now what's the next question?
We're gonna keep going. Okay. We'll do one that you guys should probably be somewhat aware of. Okay. Occupancy load for residential.
Oh, what is just the number? Got
Yep.
it. All right.
Yep.
Just guess. Whoever's closest, do you think this time?
Residential. So business is 100.
Uh,
I think Jason was first, but I think you got the right answer too. 200.
200.
Yeah.
All right. We have a winner.
Woo!
That was a
Good
tough
job, everyone. Know what? If you want to get better, just like all these guys are getting better, and we're going to do a Revit Olympics, go to Revit Rocket Ship. Get your Revit down. It's guaranteed, so if you don't like it, you can get your money back. But
Get your
most
money
people
back, money back
love
guarantee.
it. Go check that out. So that's all I have, Lance.
All I have is if there's a favorite episode you have of this podcast, please share with a friend, share with your mom, share with your mom's friend, and we will see you next week.